Yo, what's going on, fellas? Welcome into the Friday episode here of Winning Bets. You guys know what that means. It's money making weekend. And again, thanks for kicking off another day with me here. I'm, of course, Jason Mattis, going to give you guys free sports picks every single day. We've got a really big show on tap today because we're not going to do the payoff pitch here on today's daily on this YouTube channel. Remember, I mentioned yesterday my son had a function there at the school. So we've got a big show today. We're going to talk soccer. We're going to talk NASCAR, we're going to talk baseball, and we're going to talk tennis on today's show. I'm going to go ahead and open up that comment section. You guys are sitting there hanging out with me. Let me know what some of your bets are this week in any sport, whether it's college football. You guys know I don't really do college football, but drop on any comments you guys want in there. Have some good times. Let's kick back, hang out, relax on this great Friday afternoon. With that being said, though, let's make sure we go ahead and kick off the show the way we do each and every single daily show, and that's by doing yesterday's recap. So let's do that. I did the recap a little bit different today than what I've done in the past. Normally, I group the bets by sport. So I'll do tennis, soccer, baseball. This one, I really wanted to show and just kind of emphasize really the highs and lows and the ebbs and flows of sports betting of how I laid it out. So that's how I've got it laid out. You guys remember our day started off yesterday with a loss in that Azarenka match. We did over 9.5 games to be played in the first set. Azarenka was able to break her opponent twice, so she won that first set 6-2 and won the second set 6-3. So got past her relatively easy in a match that I thought was going to be close and competitive. It wasn't close and competitive. It was pretty much one-sided as Azarenka handled business. That happens, but our day started off with a loss. Then we go to baseball. We do our Nerfy there in Athletics Nationals. Tough stuff right there. Projected that game to be low scoring. If you remove everything that happened in extra innings, that game was low scoring, so it was a right projection. Just unfortunate that the Nerfy was unable to cash, so now we lose our second bet of the day. Then we roll into our only afternoon soccer game in the Premier League, Leicester versus Manchester United. Obviously, as a United supporter, great to see United pick up the 3 points in a nice game and a nice performance, but they're unable to cover that team total of over 1.5 goals. Thought it was going to happen late. Thought even the GOAT, Cristiano Ronaldo, was going to get us the dramatic cash with a bicycle, and it just missed going wide of the post. So we lose that one. So here you are, sitting at about midday Thursday as we roll into the evening time, and you're like, damn, I'm 0-3. I've lost 3 bets. I'm down 3 units, and it's looking like it's going to be just an ugly day, right? So we're riding the low. But you still got baseball, and we've been more than fairly good at baseball. We've been really excellent at baseball. So you're hoping it's going to turn up, and that's exactly what happens. First, it was a cash, though, in tennis, getting over 9.5 games we played in that first set. Easy cash right there. Went to a tiebreaker. So, yeah, knew that was going to be a competitive match. I didn't know if it was going to go maybe 4 or 5 sets or maybe even 3 sets, which is what it did. But I just thought within however many sets were going to be played, it was going to be a competitive match. So, good to see that first set go to the tiebreaker and we get a cash. Then we get the Rangers F5 team total to cash. Another cash this week with the Rangers versus left-handed pitching. Just love when we can just have the stats and we get cashes and we're rewarded by going back to a play a couple days later. So the Rangers came through for us. What about Bieber? May have given up a few runs there to the Orioles, but he hung in there, went 7 strong, gave us a good plus 128 cash, going over 18.5 out. So there you are in sports betting. You got highs and lows, right? Lows of going 0-3. Again, staring at an ugly day and staring at a day that I've gotten on here before. Hell, I got on here on a Tuesday once where we went 0-7 on a Monday, and I looked at everybody in this camera, and it happens, but it's definitely no damn fun. So anyways, you go 0-3, then you coming back up 3-0. You've got 1 pick to go, and if that 1 pick hits, what looked like it was going to be a disaster day could be a day that was going to turn into profit. It was over 3.5 runs to be scored in the first 5 of Brewers Diamondbacks. Dream scenario, dream start. You get a bottom of the first, 2-run home run, so halfway there. Add in another run in the second inning. Now you're on the hook. After the second inning, you're on the hook. 3 innings to go. You're feeling pretty stinking good. You're thinking, oh my God, I'm actually going to get some profit today. And then nothing. 3rd inning, 4th inning, 5th inning, there were really no close opportunities to score a run, which is all we need, obviously, was a run. And we lose that bet, and then what we thought was going to happen all day long after a dreadful start, it did happen. We ended up losing a little bit of down 1.17 units. Still good on the week, though, at plus 1.57 units, but that just really shows the highs and lows and the ebbs and flow of sports betting, right? You can, when you're down, you're coming back up, you think you may turn some profit, and then it just gets ripped right out of you. So enjoyed yesterday's action, enjoyed watching everything unfold. It was entertaining. I obviously want to follow on the other side of that next time and actually have some profit. But again, we're still doing good on the week. We still got, 1.5 units to the good. So we'll go ahead and carry that on in today. All right, before I go ahead and jump into this comment section, let's go ahead and remind everybody we're playing some free fantasy games over on ESPN. You're only going to get about a couple more reminders today and maybe once or twice next week. Guys, if you haven't gotten over to ESPN, the information to join these groups is in this video description, is where you can find it. We're doing the NFL Pigskin Pick'em contest where you pick every game against the spread. I'll give away $25 to the winner every single week. And then we'll do the Eliminator contest where you pick one NFL team a week. Can't repeat that team. That's the only rule. Whoever's the last man standing will walk away with $200. So I encourage you guys and your friends to also get in these groups. Free to play, obviously. And then it's going to be a whole lot of fun just talking NFL and talking about these groups each and every single Tuesday. So get on up in there. And again, the information to join those groups is in this video description. All right, let's go to this comment section. And again, like I said, big show today. We've got loads of soccer, NASCAR, tennis, baseball. I'm excited to get after it. So good morning, Brian. Good morning, Rhino. Welcome. Did anybody hit a parlay yesterday? I did not hit a parlay. I didn't think I played a parlay either. Yeah, I didn't have a parlay on my recap. I didn't play a parlay. Over 9 in Boston, Texas. Easy money. I talked about that on TikTok Live. I talked about that on Payoff Pitch. Obviously, I chose to do the Rangers because I really just wanted to attack them, going up against a left-hander. But yeah, sure. Mentioned that. That was a great hit there, Rhino. Absolutely great hit. Jason, what's up, my man? What's up? D-backs plus 1.5. That was another good hit. We're going to crush it today. Loving the mindset. Loving the mindset. Loving the mindset. Yeah, maybe a brutal week, but for maybe some out there, but it's money-making weekend, and we're about to turn this thing around. All right, with that being said, let's start off our weekend, though, with free money. How about free money? What do I mean by free money? Well, whenever there's a boost that I personally have no interest in using, you guys know I like to do an arbitrage bet. What is an arbitrage bet? An arbitrage bet is when you take a wager and you bet both sides of the wager. You don't care about the outcome and you're guaranteeing yourself profit. We call it free money. It's from an arbitrage bet. Well, everybody knows here, I don't bet college football. Over on DraftKings, you can get a 50% profit boost they're giving out for week 1 in college football. Well, what have we done? We've, of course, gone ahead and arbitraged it. Pick some random football game, bet both sides accordingly, give yourself an equal payout. So we just earned $16.35, a free $16.35. And of course, we'll use free rolls this entire weekend. I'm going to be cooking up some anytime goal scoring parlays this weekend in the Premier League. I'm also going to do a correct score parlay because I got that 6-0 score for City and I got 0-0 for Bournemouth Wolves. So I feel like maybe I'm starting to feel a little bit. So I'm going to do a correct score parlay. And then also, you'll just put together free rolls, parlays in general. So I encourage you guys, if you have no desire to use this boost, don't let that free money just go and sit there and not go into your bankroll. So let's go ahead and do it. And then we'll see if we can eventually flip it and then really add it to our bankroll, because as it is now, the $16.35 does not get added to the bankroll. We want an opportunity to grow that money. That's what we do with this arbitrage money. So again, this is how I used it. If you use your boost in just a normal play, I always wish you good luck on that boost. All right, that's how we'll do it right there. Yeah, free money, you get these all the time from various sports, right? College football, you get them in hockey, we get them in the NBA all the time. If it's something I just don't want to use, now I'll use the NFL ones. I use the Premier League ones, but ones where I'm not going to use, I'm not letting free money to go by. We've won $2 from arbitrage bets. We've turned $2 into a lot of bucks. I'll let any amount of money go by. So gladly go ahead and take that free money. All right, let's go ahead now and jump into these bets. Let's start with the soccer bets. Again, we got tons of bets for you guys right now. I'm really going to focus on this week a couple things. Really, the good teams in the Premier League, because I think they're going up against absolute opponents that they can handle. And then I'm also going back to that Wolves-Southampton first half draw. We've talked about that trend. Everybody knew we were going to be on that bet. Remember, we got a cash last week in the Bournemouth-Wolves fixture. Going absolutely right back to it. So this is what we'll do here in the Premier League. Will I be adding bets to this? Yeah, we just made $16.35. I'm going to do a nice little parlay on Saturday that involves the Premier League games. And then there's also a couple games on Sunday that I'll be parlaying together as well in some fashion, whether that's overs or corners or cards or what have you. You guys know, just check me out on Twitter. It's @WinningBetsPod. It's at Winning Bets Pod. This is what we'll roll with here. Just give me Liverpool, give me City. They're going against Everton and Villa, teams that they'll absolutely handle. That's what we'll do it. And then the plus 424 on the corners parlay. Obviously, on that play right there, I'm taking Liverpool minus 4.5 on the corners, and I'm parlaying it with Man City minus 4.5 on the corners. So I'm just taking those two bottom plays and dropping them in a parlay. And I did it for a full unit. Sometimes when I start getting into plus 300s and above or plus 250s and above, I'll scale back and only do half a unit. I love that corners play right there for each of those teams minus 4.5. So whether you want to look at the head-to-head and look at the success rate, or if you want to take a look at Everton here, for example, see how they played Chelsea, see how they played Manchester City, see how Everton plays a big boy club at Goodison Park, see how they concede the amount of possession, and because of that, they just let their opponent get all these corners. Like I said, whether it's head-to-head or just kind of how they played common opponents, loving these corners minus 4.5. So, all right, guys, those will be the Premier League soccer bets. And, of course, anything else that may come out will come out on Twitter. So just make sure you follow me there. Let's go ahead and now roll it over to, let's just do it the tennis. Heck, we got a tennis bet. Oh, we got one of these already started now, the top one. Or not the top one, that Gallon R versus Davidovich. Let's just get a peek while we're just kind of hanging out here on live and see. There we go. 4-3 in the first. Guy got broken on the very first serve. That's the most frustrating thing in tennis is you're always nervous of how the guys come out. And otherwise, everybody's been on serve and he just lost the first serve of the match. So it's going to be a close match, exactly what I thought. Think that one's going 4. Think that one's going possibly 5 sets. So as you can see right there, though, overall we're rolling with 3 overs. And we're rolling with an under. And then we're rolling with the 3-legged money line parlay is how we'll roll with today's U.S. Open action. So get on those. Other than the one, I'm showing start times of, it's tennis. Well, let's not really talk about start times. Those things never start on time anyway. So we'll just keep it on going. Let's go ahead and jump into now. Let's go ahead and do the NASCAR bets. Or actually, we should do baseball because those actually happened today and obviously want everybody to get the same line. So let's throw the baseball bets up today. Tigers F5 team total. Don't tell me you haven't bet that. You didn't wait for me to give you guys a Tigers F5 team total with a left-hander on the mound. Daniel Lynch is on the mound, left-hander. I mean, it's literally enough said. I'm not even providing any more analysis than that. It's just Tigers versus a left-hander. So I'll be betting that until the cows come home. Then Red Sox. They're taking on the worst left-handed pitcher in the league in Dallas Keuchel. I will say he's the worst left-handed pitcher in the league. I can go out and say that. Well, the Boston Red Sox are hot right now versus left-handed pitching. They're hitting .333. They're slugging .483. Their OPS is .871, and their strikeout percentage is below 25%. So all things we look at, you're hitting the ball, you're not striking out, and you're going up against the worst left-hander in the major leagues. Okay, we'll gladly do Red Sox team total over 2.5 at minus 140. We'll also do the Rays F5 team total over 1.5 at minus 120. The Tampa Bay Rays have the number 1 batting average right now versus right-handers. We like that it's number 1, but what we really like is the actual number. They're hitting .321 right now versus right-handers. They're slugging .560. Their OPS is .976, and they're only striking out about 20%. So love it. And they're going up against Domingo Germán, a pitcher they faced last month where they got a cash, and they were not hitting right-handers like they were a month ago when they got a cash. Now they're smoking right-handed pitching. So this Rays F5 team total is an absolutely easy bet. Then we got Luis Castillo. They are the Mariners under 18.5 outs. Look, they're going against the Cleveland Guardians. The Guardians are struggling right now versus right-handed pitching. You can't deny that. But he went up against these Guardians 5 days ago. So we're expecting the Guardians to be more successful. Even if not, if he just says, you know what, you're cold, and I just dominated you guys 5 days ago. You know what he did 5 days ago in that 1-run, 10K performance and only allowing 4 hits? He only went 6 innings. Under 18.5 would have cashed in that scenario 5 days ago where he pitched lights out. I'm expecting a touch more success, but even if I don't get that success, I'm okay with it because it did not cash 5 days ago. So love Luis Castillo under 18.5 outs at minus 105. And then the last one, Cardinals, Astros. Yeah, I mean, Cardinals they're better than the Cubs in all facets, starting, pitching, bullpen, and offense. And then for the Astros with McCullers on the mound versus Detmers, they're smoking left-handed pitching right now. Angels are okay right now versus right-handed pitching, to be fair, but not comparatively with how the Astros are smoking left-handed pitching. We know the bullpen advantage goes to the Astros, and the starting pitching, McCullers over Detmers, I'm taking McCullers all day long. So I like that money line parlay at plus 134. And you can see I got those last two bets over at Bet Rivers, where the first three, we all know those always come from DraftKings. So with that being said, that's how we'll roll in baseball. Let's go ahead now and get to those NASCARs, and then we'll go ahead and jump into the comments section and maybe see what you guys got going on. So here we are, guys. That's the bet. That's how we're crushing money-making weekend. That's how we're kicking money-making weekends. But if you've got one bet from that long list right there that you're interested in tailing, hit that like button and let me know. I want to see how many likes we can get, because I want to know who's tailing. I want to know who's going to be meeting me at the cash counter and who's going to be a part of Money Making Weekend. I'm pumped up. Absolutely pumped up, guys, and look forward to cashing with you guys all week. And with that being said, let me jump on into this comment section and see if anybody wants to talk any sports. Again, any variety of football, soccer, baseball, NASCAR, I'm up for it. Good morning, D-Gent. What's up, Joe? What's up going on, fellas? Some good baseball series this morning. We've got winner of these soccer games. No soccer games today. All those bets are Saturday. Yeah, the Bournemouth, even Wolves play Southampton. All the soccer bets I gave Joe in the Premier League are on Saturday. Here's a question. How much money have you made from betting? We update it on a weekly basis. That's a great question. I don't want to give you a wrong number, so I'm just pulling up this past Monday's stats. And again, we update it every Monday. They're from this past Monday's show. We were plus 87.12 units. Plus 87.12 units in this calendar year, and hope to add to it before football. So yeah, obviously having a great year, and most of that has been on the backs of MLB. MLB is my most profitable sport. Yeah, I would disagree with this. I think the tie makes soccer difficult, because it's no longer a 50-50 bet. It's a 33% bet. So it may be cool, but I actually think it makes it a lot harder. So not sure. It may be cool, but I think it makes it a lot harder. So it's something I stay away. Let's go. Tail on that bet. Let's go. Hey, Cole, what's going on, man? Yes, guys, you're missing out on free money. You're missing out. If you didn't tail that Tigers bet, you're missing out on free money. Even if it doesn't cash, you have to bet in that scenario. We've lost one bet all season. All MLB season, we've lost one bet on the Tigers F5 team total against a left-hander. It's a no-brainer bet, and you absolutely live with the outcome. Sorry you missed it the other day, but I'm glad you're going to hopefully be at the cash counter a little bit later with us. Then we got some college football talked in here. Obviously, I can't chime in on that. Yes, sir. We are doing good. Giants money line. Let's see what we think about Giants money line. And then actually, I planned on ending this show with doing the rapid fire that I normally do on the payoff pitch. So if you're used to the payoff pitch menu and you know what I'm talking about when I say rapid fire, hang around. If you're not, I'm going to talk about every single game from a money line, run line, and over-under perspective. You've got Kyle Gibson against Alex Cobb. Let's just take a quick glance here just to re-jog my memory on the right-handed pitching. I've got the bullpen. I recall the bullpen stats in my hand. Right-handed pitching, let's just say. Giants are still struggling. Boy, the Giants have struggled all year. I don't understand why people have been backing the Giants. They've just been struggling. Phillies are crushing it. They're significantly better than them. They're 60 points higher than them across the board. The Phillies bullpen would obviously make me nervous. I don't know. I'd probably gravitate more towards the Phillies and an over, and we'll certainly catch that here in rapid fire. But Giants money line, that's not a play for me. Liverpool, Man City, and Tottenham. You could throw in Tottenham, Adrian. They're taking on, what was it? I know they were taking on a team that they're taking on Fulham. Are they taking on Fulham? I think they're taking on Fulham, if I recall correctly. Yeah, they should crush. If you've checked out this episode of Between the Posts this week, Matt and I, we both love Tottenham. I think Tottenham can certainly get the job done. I'm just focusing on the two best teams, and City, Liverpool, because it was at minus 112. I'm comfortable with minus 112. If you want to add in Tottenham, it'll certainly bring you in the plus money. But I'm just, give me the two best teams of the Premier League. I know those two teams can win. Fulham will probably score a goal against Tottenham. I think they can keep it close. I think Spurs win 3-1, 4-1. But Fulham's been playing teams surprisingly difficult in getting results from games that maybe you didn't think they could get a result from. So I'm just going to stick to Liverpool, Man City. But yes, I do think Tottenham gets the win, and I think they get it done pretty easily if I had to take a guess. But yeah. All right, cool. All right, I don't see any more questions. I'm going to go ahead and open up my phone, hop into any random sports books just so we can do this rapid fire here in baseball and we can have live lines to talk about. So let's do that. And then, of course, we will be hanging out on TikTok Live a little bit later this afternoon. I'm going to finish with this and get some lunch and maybe hit the gym, and then we can hang out on TikTok Live this afternoon, a little Friday hang session. So, all right, let's go ahead, guys. Let's do a little rapid fire here for the baseball games, and appreciate you guys spending some time with me here on this Friday afternoon. So with that being said, we've got Blue Jays and Pirates with an over-under of 8.5. Blue Jays minus 230. Pirates plus 195. Everybody knows I'm not necessarily fading the Blue Jays, but I'm not backing the Blue Jays either. You've got an over-under of 8.5 with Manoah on the mound. You probably expect the Pirates to struggle a little bit. The Blue Jays have been struggling, so I'm going to go ahead and take under 8.5 between the Blue Jays and Pirates. Rockies and Reds with an over-under of 9.5. Rockies at even money. Reds at minus 120. Freeland versus Luis Sessa, so it's a glorified bullpen game. Sessa's going to go 3-4 innings maybe if he's doing well. Freeland is obviously a left-hander. Reds have cooled off a little bit by left-handers. I'm also going to take under 9.5 in this game, a Rockies team that has struggled. You know, we do the payoff pitch every day, and the Rockies have been one of the better teams, definitely versus left-handers, but even versus right-handers. They've generally been up there in the stats. That's just not the case these days with these Rockies. So they're struggling. Reds aren't crushing left-handers. Obviously, they traded a lot of their bats, so there's a reason why, you know, their hitting has obviously regressed. Yeah, Colorado's hitting 225 right now. Obviously, it was a low-scoring series against the Braves. The Reds' bullpen is terrible, so that scares me. But I'm still going to take under 9.5 if I had to pick a winner. Both of these bullpens are bad. That's why I love the over 9.5. If I had to pick a winner, I'll take Freeland. I actually like Freeland. I like his delivery. I like the lefty. So I'll take Freeland. I'll take Freeland and the Rockies if I got to pick a winner. But I'll take over 9.5. Athletics and Orioles with an over-under of 8. Athletics plus 140. Orioles minus 165. Sears versus Kremers. I'm taking the Orioles. Certainly taking the Orioles. They're probably a good parlay piece if you don't want the minus 165 juice alone. You could probably even take plus 125. They've got the bullpen advantage. Hitting's relatively even. Athletics are actually a touch better, but I'm going to trust the Orioles. So I like everything the Orioles are doing these days. Obviously, everybody knows they've been the most profitable money line team all season. So I'll take a stab at the Orioles on the run line there. Rangers and Red Sox over-under of 9. Rangers plus 155. Red Sox minus 180. We know the Rangers are crushing right now. We know the Red Sox are also crushing right now. Hell, we've got that bet on them, but the Rangers are right there behind them versus right-handed pitching. It's over all day long. It's not even like a hesitation. It's definitely over 9. Again, another game, if I had to pick a winner, who the hell's back in Dallas Keuchel? Worst left-hander in the league, so I'll take the Red Sox, but it's an over 9 for me, and it's a really easy over 9 decision. Nationals and Mets, over-under of 8. Nationals plus 220, Mets minus 260. It's Mets on the run line. Josiah Gray versus Peterson. Don't overthink it. Mets on the run line right there. Mariners, Guardians. This was the series that played out a week ago, and I told you guys that the under was great because the bullpens are outstanding. Nothing's really changed other than hitter familiarity, but you still get excellent. I'm pulling up the live lines here for the Guardians because I almost don't even, like I say the stats for the Guardians, and it's like I don't even really believe it. This Guardians bullpen, folks. Their ERA in the last 10 days. ERA for the Guardians in the last 10 days is .75. Nobody else, just glancing real quick, is in the ones. Oh, no, one team has a 1.93. Everybody else is 2 or greater. This bullpen, a whip of .88, opponent's batting average of 134. That's why Guardians games are staying low scoring. So I'm going to lean under again. Again, I was on the under all 3 games in the last series in terms of leans. I'll stick to the under. If I had to pick a winner, Castillo versus Plesac, I'm taking the Guardians. That bullpen, if they're in any close game, you're just not scoring them. Again, the ERA is .75. You're not scoring on this Guardians bullpen. So If it's a close game, you got to like your Guardians, and you're going to go ahead and get them at home. So I'll take the Guardians right there at plus 130. Let's do Yankees and Rays next with an over-under of 7.5. Yankees plus 115. Rays minus 135. This was an easy over for me as well. We're expecting the Rays to hit Domingo Germán like they've been hitting right-handers. And we expect the Yankees to chip in a little bit here against the left-hander there in spring. So I love the over 7.5. I love that you can get it at plus 105 for a winner. I'll take the Rays. Give me the Rays at minus 135. They're playing better. Royals and Tigers are up next with an over-under of 8.5. We got minus 110 on each side for the money line. Can the Royals contribute? Yeah, it's Drew Hutchinson. I'm going over 8.5. We know the Tigers will hit left-handers. The concern with the Tigers versus left-handers is once the left-handers out of the game, the runs just dry up. I mean, look at that bet we cashed. I know whatever night it was, we cashed the Tigers F15 total. Maybe it was Wednesday night or Tuesday night. We got a cash. They got 2 runs in the second inning, and then they only got 1 the rest of the way. So I'll lean the over, but this is definitely one of those spots where guys know I love F5s over. I wouldn't touch a full game over here because the runs could dry up once the Tigers are done hitting up Daniel Lynch and the left-hander. So I'm going to go F5 over on this one. Another game, if I had to pick a winner, Tigers with a far superior bullpen. So I'll go Tigers at minus 110. That's a pretty easy decision to go Tigers minus 110, given the bullpen advantage. Marlins and Braves are up next with an over-under of 7. Marlins plus 155. Braves come in at minus 188. We got Alcantara taking on Charlie Morton. He's not been a pitcher I've been betting on this season. People know why, but the dude is just each and every single time just dealing. You kind of wait for him to not deal, but you just keep going at it. Just give me Marlins plus 155 and give me also the under because you don't expect the Braves to put up much against Charlie Morton. So the under 7 for sure and go plus 155 there on the Marlins. Twins and White Sox are up next with an over-under of 8.5. Twins minus 135. White Sox plus 115. Twins on the money line. Twins on the money line. Better team. Twins on the money line. Give me Gray over Martin. So I'll do Twins right there. Cubs and Cardinals, over-under of 8. Cubs plus 205. Cardinals minus 245. I obviously like the Cardinals. I've got them in a money line. I've got them in a money line parlay and a real bet. So we certainly like the Cardinals. Do we like the Cardinals enough to do the run line? That's going to be the question. Yeah, I'm going to take them on a run line because they'll know Adrian Sampson, but Montgomery hasn't been a Cardinal all year because obviously he was a Yankee up until the trade deadline, so the Cubs don't really know him like the Cardinals know Sampson. So I'm going Cardinals can cover the run line. So Cardinals on the run line. For me, we get Astros and Angels next with an over-under of 8.5. Astros minus 155. Angels plus 135. Again, the second team here in my parlay piece, so we like the Astros. They're at minus 155. That's not too far out of most people's comfort zone of minus 150, so probably just stick to the Astros alone right there on the money line. As far as an over-under, I would take the over because the Angels are hitting better. This is the time of the season for a guy that looks at the stats literally every single day. Never seen the Angels up this high in the batting stats. Like, literally never. So the Angels can surely chip in, I think, with a few runs. So I'll take over 8.5. We got 3 games left. We got Brewers and Diamondbacks over-under of 8.5. Brewers minus 115. Diamondbacks minus 105. Lauer versus Davies. Still, this game just couldn't get one more run. Couldn't turn a negative day into a nice little profitable day. Such pain yesterday in this game. You get teased, you get early runs, you think you're going to get it. All right. Well, we get 2. What do we got here? We got a left-hander in Lauer. We got a right-hander in Davies. I'm going to take the over again. I mean, these two teams are crushing. It just didn't quite work out yesterday. So I'll take over 8.5. We got the Padres taking on the Dodgers. Over-under of 8. Padres plus 140. Dodgers minus 165. Darvish versus May. We know how Darvish's home and away splits are. I'm going to go ahead and take the Dodgers here. I think the Dodgers can do it on the run line. I know it's coming off an emotional, big series against the Mets. Well, there's not going to be a letdown because they got the Padres coming into town. The Padres will keep them focused and keep them hungry. So I'll take the Dodgers on the run line against Darvish. And then the last game here is Phillies-Giants, over-under of 7.5. Phillies at even money, Giants at minus 120. I'm taking the over 7.5. I'm taking none of these pitchers really do much to scare me, so I'll take the over 7.5. If I had to pick a winner, I'll take Phillies. Bullpen scares me. You guys know there's a few teams in the big leagues that where bullpens absolutely scare the ever little crap out of you. Phillies is one of those teams. but they've got big hitting advantages over the Giants. So I'm going to take that the Phillies can cover, win the game, and bring home a nice plus money cash there on the money line. So that's how we'll do it in baseball. All right, I saw comments just roll through, so let me scroll up and see what we got here. All right, we got a parlay here of Cardinals money line, Red Sox money line, Astros, Mets. Well, you heard my thoughts on that. Red Sox probably win the game against Dallas Keuchel, but boy, that over just looks really, really sweet. But yeah, otherwise, Cardinals, Astros, Mets, as you heard, that's been good. It's been tough times since the beginning. I think nobody has won big money. I don't know, I'm up 87 units. Times that by however much your unit size is. I'm doing pretty well. I mean, I know I'm coming off a losing day, but you can't look at things in a one-day sample size. But, Amani, it's going to turn around, my man. We're a money-making weekend. We got soccer bets for days. We got NASCAR head-to-heads. We got tennis, and we got baseball. Let's turn it around for you, my man. We can do it. We can do it. Rockies, we got somebody saying they like the Guardians. I like that. Under 7.5. I like that. Rays. I like the Rays over the Yankees. I do. I like the teams I like on the run line are all home teams. Yeah. That's where you can always gravitate to if you don't kind of like taking home teams on the run line. Maybe you take team totals and play a little safer. But I hear you. Or you can do two-legged money line parlays. Two-legged money line parlays I think are acceptable, right? You can take your Mets and your Cardinals, for example. That's probably a good money line parlay. To get you out of your example of the home team on the run line, do Cardinals-Mets. I bet that comes in at plus money. We got a pick here for the Royals. I disagreed with that one, but it's all good. That's why we love the differing opinion. Marlins, Twins, Cardinals, Cubs won't score 3 runs. Gotta love to see that. Whatever. That's just baseball. I call that 162 games, and a lot of teams randomly lose to bad teams. It's hard to bring it every game when you're playing 162 of these, and we try and predict when teams can bring it and when they have the advantages to get a win. But that's just baseball. That's why we like baseball, though, because there's so many damn games, and we get a nice data size to bet into and put ourselves in good betting spots. But yeah, you're gonna get tripped up over the course of those. Dodgers got lots of people. All right, Joe's all on these Giants. Good luck, my man. Good luck right there. All right, lock it in. We've got a change here. We've got Cardinals, Mets, Boston, Astros. So he kept it the same. All right, lock it in. Good luck, my man. And then, yeah, we're nothing but positivity around here, nothing but a good outlook, and we're all here to help each other. So, all right, guys, that's how we're doing it. That's how we're setting the table here for Money Making Weekend. Again, it's Premier League, it's NASCAR, it's tennis, and it is baseball. Let's get a look in on that tennis real quick. Let's see what happened that first set. So 6-4, and he's already been broken in the second. This guy just wants to lose the first game in every set. He got broken to start the match. He gets broken to start the second set. Like, be cool, man. Like, why do you got it? What's the deal with the first? We need to get it to where the other guy serves first. Whatever happens in set 3, let's just get it to where Davidovich serves first in set 3. Otherwise, maybe you live bet this guy Gallon R to get broken to start off the third set. Unreal. Turn it around, my man. Absolutely got to turn it around. All right, guys. Money Making Weekend. Thanks for hanging out with me here. We'll hang a little bit later here on TikTok Live this afternoon, but hope you guys have a fantastic day. Have a fantastic weekend. No show on Monday, Labor Day. Everybody's just going to be hanging out, doing their own thing. So the next time we'll come back with you guys on Tuesday. All right. Enjoy it, fellas. Have a good one.